So that type things have were changing. It has not changed completely, but the number of incidents of such type of professional and traditional offences, it has drastically come down. And probably those people, maybe it is due to influence of education, or maybe welfare schemes by the government, or the benefit of economic growth has percolated to those levels. A criminal is a criminal, whether he is operating here or he is operating somewhere else. So that mindset has to change, and definitely that there is increased cooperation among the states so far as cybercrime is related. But I think that it needs to increase further. They never cut a law their face that, oh, sorry, if you have to go to no, I cannot do it. So no is like never in the world there in this dictionary. Okay, so for everything they just said that is the concept in police, and so whatever work is being given, that is they are performing. But definitely, if the number of policemen increase, it will facilitate and it will make their working conditions better. That there is no doubt about that. They don't want to pursue, and tomorrow you call them to court and all the things, so it becomes very difficult. But now I think that probably with the passage of time, they will also realize that not for them, they might have received their money back, but to deter or to prevent them from committing further crime, in the interest of it is the societal responsibility of the victim that they should depose before the court and get the accused person convicted. Gap between the type of offense and the trial, that has to be minimized. Because the more it is longer, the chances of getting the case diluted, the people they getting like the victims or the witnesses getting indifferent, that increases. They reconcile with the thing.
Hello and welcome. This is Pallavi and you are watching Indian Masterminds. Today I am with IPS officer Mr. Alok Kumar, who is currently serving as ADGP training and a special commissioner road safety and traffic for Karnataka. So in today's conversation, we try to find out what has been the major changes in police in the last 2 decades and how is handling the current responsibility which he has in Karnataka. So welcome, sir. So, sir, you joined in 1994.
I'm back, sir, right?
Yeah. So, it's almost 2 decades, almost 3
decades.
So, what has been majorly, we talk about the face of police. What kind of change you see the face of police has changed in the last 2-3 decades?
See, there has a lot of changes. Few changes I can now, challenges have increased over a period of time. Technology is working both ways. Like it is helping us also, and it is helping the criminals also. And now, traditional crimes that is being replaced by different type of crime, that is economic offences, fraudulent activity. And of late, you have got the cybercrime and social media related offences. So previously, there used to be tribal gangs in Karnataka also and many parts of the country, like Pardi, Amunshikari, Gai Pardi. So the Kanjarwats, and they used to brutally kill people and they would commit dacoities. When I was ASP in 96, 97, so I remember that there was a dacoity murder in affecting Belgaum district. And there was series of offences. Every night we hear those. But now when I went to Belgaum and I went to Gulbarga as IG in 2017 and 2018, so that type things were changing. It has not changed completely, but the number of incidents of such type of professional and traditional offences, it has drastically come down. And probably those people, maybe it is due to influence of education, or maybe welfare schemes by the government, or the benefit of economic growth has percolated to those levels. Now they are not indulging themselves with such type of heinous offences. But white-collar crime, that has increased tremendously. Now everyone, because even the punishment provisions for white-collar crime is less. I used to tell, whenever I used to catch in dacoit, I tell you, why do you take so much risk and take the risk of taking capital punishment also? So instead of you should go for some minor offences. And now really people, they are in cheating, now cybercrime, now such type of offense. It is more common now. And it has become very difficult for police to now deal with such a huge number of other offenses like in Bangalore City or Karnataka. So detection is also very difficult, and conviction is definitely very, very difficult. So these issues are always there.
Honestly, sir, I come back to cyber crimes, but I also want to know, like, have the perception of police in public has changed over the 2-3 years because due to these community policing and other outreach activity?
Yeah, I definitely see there had been change in perception of public about police over a period of time. So I will say in the decade of 90s or before that 80s, so police were perceived to be the extension of British regime, British era. So that was the perception. But when we came into 21st century, so I feel that now few people definitely everywhere bad apples are there, and police department also is not an exception. So there are pitfalls. But now perception of people that police is the most responsive department, at least this much I've heard everywhere, that among all the police, all the government departments, police department is the department like to whom they can look up. And they're available, whether the work is done or not, that is secondary. But at least any point of time, whether it is dead of night, whether it is raining, whether it is winter, whether it is summer, so in police stations will be open and some policeman will be definitely present there. So that is there. So that perception and the soft skill things like so many places in city area that have been training regarding soft skill development, how to deal with the visitors, how to deal with the victims. So these things have come, and Karnataka is fortunate to have exposure to social media. Our policemen also they are exposed, and social media is being used, I think, in a big way in Karnataka. I'll say whether it is Bangalore City Police or other district police or other commissioners. I feel that probably the percentage of use and the interaction by public that might be the highest in country in Karnataka, because the number of followers, the number of interaction, and the interaction by police department to the queries or the grievances raised by members of public or social media platform. So I think that it has drastically brought about a change in their mindset, at least those people who are the netizens. So they feel that we need to go a long way, but we have come, I think that we have also come a long way.
Right. And since now you are ADGP training, and you already mentioned that cybercrime is obviously a big challenge for police and in public in general. So what kind of changes you think should be incorporated in training of police personnel so that they can be well equipped to, to at least to deal with such crimes and get the conviction?
Yeah, now see, for that purpose only, we are ensuring that in all training schools, there are refresher courses, especially for cyber crimes going on at the level of constable or head constable, ASI, PSI, PF, inspectors, DSPs. So all the levels in various institutions we are doing, and it is being done on a continuous basis. So the thing is that we want to make our own force of that they should be cyber literate. Not only literate, some people, they should know the investigation skill also. And at least whoever is there, they are cyber literate, and they should not feel that, if they have, hear the name phishing, so they tell you what is phishing, whether you go for with net and all the things. So like that, ignorance should not be there at any level or like any police station. So that we are ensuring, and we are like e-learning. Also, we are introducing all the training institutions. So we are using even some sites or some portals or BPRAT, USTAR, and SiteTrain of NCRB, and our local study material which is available on e-platform. And apart from that, our CID is also very well equipped, and whether so far as cyber forensic is concerned, whether the cyber crime investigation is concerned. So we had cyber lab a long time back in 2007, 2008. We had cyber lab in Karnataka. And now we have got, I would say that world-class lab in CID. So we are having this facility. And for consequently also, like we want to make everyone, like they should have some insights, they should have some depth in investigation, they should develop their investigation skills. So for that purpose, in continuous basis, we are training them for 3 days courses, for we are having refresher courses for these people. And by now, we have trained somewhere around 12% in our training institutions. Apart from that, parallelly, CID is also training, and district level also they are training. So this simultaneously, this training of this capacity building, you can say, so far as cyber crime investigation, social media monitoring concerned, that is being done in Karnataka on a big way.
Yeah, obviously, Karnataka being IT capital, I think it can be a pioneer in, in handling such cases. I just want to understand one thing. I have been doing some stories related to cybercrime, whether it is thing butchering, phishing, and all. So all these terms were new for me also. But one thing that I noted in each, while talking to each officer, they said the victim is another place, the offender is another place. So that becomes a challenge, to get to the conclusion of any case, any cybercrime related case. So what do you think? How can we manage that? Do we need more cooperation between the state police?
Yes. Now, that is the thing now, interstate cooperation is required policy. And for that also, there are national MHA, they have some portals of CRAMAT. Rather is one portal, but where do you get interstate criminals, those things are there. So that portal is there. There is CCTNS entry, that police IT entry. One thing is that entry of this offenses and entry about the offenders, that has to be there, because the data entry is not sufficient. So first thing is that you have to enter the data in the correct manner, in the correct format, and then sharing of data, and then interstate cooperation for far as cybercrime investigation is concerned. Because they started with Jamtara in Jharkhand, now it has got to in Haryana, Bharatpur in Rajasthan, and in some hotspots are also getting generated in UP. So you never know that tomorrow some hotspot somewhere else it will be. It is very dynamic. It is not that it is static at one place. So cooperation by concerned counterparts, that is very required here. And if there is no action by those people in which state these people are firing or operating, then they will be emboldened. So local police, just like that, in case of dacoity, that used to be there. Like now, Kanjarwats, they are from Devas in Madhya Pradesh. So they will come down to Karnataka from Devas all the way. Or Arun Shikari, they will come from Bid at Pune in Maharashtra. So sometimes what happens, the local police, they are not doing any harm to us. Why should we get into waste our devote our time and energy in such things? So, but now I think so that mindset has to go, and we have to fit that if a criminal is a criminal, whether he is operating here or he is operating somewhere else. So that mindset has to change, and definitely that there is increased cooperation among the states so far as cybercrime is related. But I think that it needs to increase further.
Right. And keeping cyber kind of all the other crimes in general and our population in the country, do you think we had enough police force first? And second, do we have a strict law to get conviction rate really higher?
See, police force at any point of time, if you take the global standards, definitely near lower on that scale. But definitely our people, our policemen, they rise up to any occasion. And they never cut a long face that, oh, sorry, if you have to go to no, I cannot do it. So no is never in the word there, this dictionary. Okay, so for everything they just said that is the concept in police. And so whatever work is being given, that is they are performing. But definitely, if the number of policemen increase, it will facilitate and it will make their working conditions better. That there is no doubt about that. So far as conviction is concerned, conviction depends on so many factors. Now you see in so many cases, the cybercrime cases, what happens? The victim is not interested in conviction of the case. His interest is limited to getting the money. So that is the proximate and ultimate objective of the victim in cybercrime cases. So they don't want to pursue, and you call them to court and all the things. So it becomes very difficult. But now I think that probably with the passage of time, they will also realize that not for them, they might have received their money back, but to deter or to prevent them from committing further crime, in the interest of it is the societal responsibility of the victim that they should deposit for the court and get the accused person convicted.
So now you have been quite some time, you have been working for victim assistance and victim assistance also. Because we all know the conviction rate in our country is very, very low, relatively low from other countries. So how did this idea of, starting victim assistance program and witness assistance program occurred in you, and how you started it?
Victim assistance, I was in United Nations in 2003 and 4. So there was one unit, wow, victim assistance and advocacy unit, VANU. So in every police station, there used to be this unit. So the name was very catchy. And I tried to find out what exactly it is. But that time I did not try to implement this thing in India. I did not find opportunity. When I came back, then I came to Davangere. Davangere we are doing, but not on a very big way. But when I came to Gulbarga, I had range in 2017. So then I take it forward a very big way. I involved the judiciary, the CJ, district judge, other people. Because it has to be collaborative effort again. Because we cannot work in silos, and if our people, they go or paid cancellation, they have to empathize with our requirement. So this idea, even in Indian situation, it is more required, because when we work in Sri, we come across so many cases in which victims, in which witnesses, they are intimidated by the opposite side. So that assistance and protection is also very important. That not only assistance, that giving you the confidence that you will be safe even if you depose against those people, that is very, very important. And I have found out that there's so many people out of that fear that they will do some harm to them. They don't go at deposing very, very important and sensitive cases. Right. So in wife husband case, people will go and depose. In some neighbors case, they will go and depose. But when it comes to organized crime, they are very scared to go and depose. One is fear factor, and second is money factor, pecuniary advantage. So some pecuniary benefit will be given to the victim or to the witnesses, and they will turn hostile. I remember that I investigated one case when I was ASP, and that day, all the family members of the deceased boy, they were crying as if they will also die with this boy only. So I took up the investigation. The name of the village was Mughlihat in Belgaum district, Yakati, it was OP, Woodward Police Station. And after 5 years, I went for deposition. Then I came to know that complainant has turned hostile. And then I was told that complainant has told ASP came and took my signature on a white paper. I don't know that what did he write. So I have not told all these things, whatever he is saying or whatever. And it was very shocking to me. It was very shocking. And I came to know that taking 50,000 that time, means in 2004-5. So that time, by taking 4-5, like 50,000, he turned hostile. But it was very shocking for me. So when I thought that he was at ASP, I have investigated the case. I have done everything. I consoled them. I tried to give them all confidence. And they turned hostile after 3-4 years taking some money. So one thing is that the gap between the time of offense and the trial, that has to be minimized. But the more it is longer, the chances of getting the case diluted, the people they getting, like the victims or the witnesses getting indifferent, that increases. They also lose their strength. They reconcile with the thing. They stay in the same village. They stand in the key, okay, let's say now, okay, well, the past is past, now let us this thing, that time something happened, then they also reconcile. So that has to reduce. And the second thing is that now scientific investigation, that has to be there. This thing. And briefing of and refreshing of the memory of the witnesses or victim, that is very important. When someone goes to depose, so their memory with the case diary, it has to be refreshed. Otherwise, just off and they are going. And like it is here also, it is police, prosecution, and judiciary. We have to work in tandem. It is not that only police, if we do order something now all our evidence is appreciated by the court of law. That is very important. Now prosecution, how do they intervene? I feel that probably it is a collaboration. Like again, it depends on all three. But since police has the primary responsibility of doing this thing, So there is we are more accountable and we are more responsible for if the number of the percentage of conviction is low, we have to take basically that play. But the thing is that others, the audience also, they also need to slightly work harder on this issue.
Okay. So we talked about the issue. Can you tell me like what kind of security you are providing through this program to the victims and the witness?
We see, like there in some cases, some murder cases, accused, they were intimidating them. Then we had them quiet near the at the house of the victim or witness. Then we told that we provided some CCTV cameras also there, that so that if someone comes there, that will be there. And apart from that, there we registered stress case of intimidation, and then we wrote for bail cancellation, and then these all measures, it had a substantial impact till the time I was there. So people were scared that right now we should not rag out it, otherwise they go for bail cancellation and other things. And so I remember, and later on in some cases on which we work. So later on we came to that there's some few cases that had ended in conviction. So that was matter of satisfaction. One probably I told you last time I had something. 10-year-old. 10-year or 11-year-old boy. The father was threatening him, intimidating him that father had beat the wife, his mother. And this boy, he was eyewitness. So, and he was very agitated. But he was very scared also to depose. Then we made arrangement that he stayed with his grandmother, mother's side. And then we told ghost police that you take care of him and you should ensure that no one comes around him. So later on, I came to know that I read in newspaper that he deposed there, and after that, then in that case ended in acquittal, conviction. So that I remember very vividly that case, that because that small boy, he had come to me and put the ropes and ensure whatever is to be done, like providing all the security and assistance that when he goes, so police take him in the jeep. And so I told local police that the RDC police, other police station were there. So they did it. Similarly, in Chittapur area also, a few cases I know that it has ended in conviction after this effort. And it sends shivers down this people now, like it is not trick for all time. So, but it has to be done in a very intensive manner, and you have to use your heart instead of mind. So, is victim protection, victim assistance. These are not the very usual things in our country. So we have to go out of way to do certain things.
So do any state have such program, or is Karnataka alone to provide such?
I think some individual officers here and there, they must have done this thing. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. But the thing is that individual initiatives here and there, that must have been there. So that would be there. But the thing that it is a program, I think it is very, very useful program. It has not got a desired focus anywhere. So it gives the confidence to the victims
And the
witnesses. It gives directly, in other words, repressing memory, those things are all right. But this security is very important. Mental, they should be at peace with the mind. Otherwise, they feel that more. I know certain cases where the people, they have deposed, and after they have come back, they have been killed by the opposing party. That also, yeah.
Okay, and one thing that has been done, I think, in the past, but बहुत सारे states and police station it is not being taken up now, that updating the sheet of rowdies and history sheeters.
Yeah, that is being done, and now actually that is being updated in Karnataka and police IT also. So because police
are starting that, I think, up to a long time.
Updating that was here was done when I was DCP in Bangalore city. So that time we had a drive. After that we became joint CP. That time again we had a drive. Then I became ADG LNO. So in between also people have done it. It's not like that I was the only person who has done it. But think that giving more trust, that was then. It is not that updating of MOB or audit sheet, it was done only by me. But only thing that you have.
I think it was a practice earlier. It has given
some trust was given. Trust was given, and more trust was given on the active rowdies and notorious rowdies. And there should be visual action and visual impact on them. Maintenance of rowdyship activate in the area that to have impact and to keep them under check. That if you maintain very nicely, you write in a like very beautiful handwriting, that is not the purpose of maintenance of it. That means that's it should be reflected in the field. So that we try to do that time.
Okay, and now, so lastly, I just want to ask you, like, as Special Commissioner for Traffic and Road Safety, what is your vision for Karnataka?
Karnataka, see, like we have discussed, I think. So actually now I'm ADGP Traffic and Road Safety. It is not a special commissioner. I'm ADGP.
I'm sorry.
ADGP.
I'm very some.
It was previously I requested that it is slightly very confusing to public. So make it ADGP Traffic and Road Safety. So we had discussion with our officers and our seniors, our DG and IGP also. So we have set a target of reduction of 20% deaths. Last year 3%, and last year 23 we have only reduction of 3% we have.
The total death in road accident is more than 11,000, not?
Yeah, it is more than that. In 2022 it was 11,702. Right now the provisional figure is 11,386. But I feel that it will increase by 100 or 150 will increase. So there will be marginal decline from 702 to some figures from 200 or 300. But we are setting a target because last time we wanted to procure this later than there are meters and other the ABS cameras, the ITMS, the things of this we can somehow we cannot do it. So we are trying our best to now get all those things and to provide all our field officers and to make our roads safer. So that now, like our coordination with LHI, that has also I think one of the best coordination in country. Like on daily basis we interact, whether it is the PD or RO or we keep on holding meeting. So improvement of black spots and other things that we are doing, and with PWT also we are doing. And creating awareness, I have told our officers to create to cover extra new groups, like mainly like who are what happens that when it comes to traffic awareness, first we go to school, colleges, and we get the children and the school. That is important. But along with that, we must focus on lorry drivers, we must focus on KSRTC drivers, BMTC drivers, auto drivers, cab drivers, so tractor drivers. So those people who are using very frequently, they are on the road and they are like heavy vehicles, and these people, they are the aggressors, I can say that they are the perpetrators of this accidents. We can say that they are the positive factors. They are the positive factors for the accident. So they also need to be sufficiently sensitized. Along with second major group is that two-wheeler racing, because our death of like you see the death figures, so 50% of the victims or dead person, they are two-wheeler users, whether it is pillion or with the rider like the drivers. So there also we need to sensitize that they need to drive cautiously and use helmet, both the things. The driving skills is also very poor. So, and we are also, we have advised that they should include this driving school people also, because they are the people who will be training them. And that time if they tell something, that will
be there.
Yeah, in their mind, it will register in their mind. What police say, they'll say, police just like that, they are saying. But driving school people, if they say, no, you must follow this rule, that rule, they will do. So we have proposed and we have been impressing upon our people that is involved, those people, the driving school people also in this thing. And mechanics, garage mechanics, because in so many cases after committing accident, they will go for repairs without it money. So now I'm going to issue one circular saying that under section 188 of existing IPC, like we should issue notice. I'll tell them that it is their bounden duty to inform police if any vehicle with any dent, fade, or any like the sign of accident they come or repair. So they should immediately inform the police. So that will help us in preventing these return cases to some extent.
Okay. And one opinion, I want your opinion on that hit and run law that central government proposed. And it has taken a backseat for now. What's your opinion on that?
Well, see, around 70 to 80% of the fatal accident cases are end up in hit and run. That is very, very sad. because they hardly get the compensation of 2 lakh now. Previously, it was only 25,000. And the person who was involved with the cause of this accident, he has responded and he's out of the legal record. So he or she needs to be brought to the book. And they have fled the scene. So it is utter violation, blatant violation of law. And someone has violated the law. So we are sending very wrong message that those people who come and they stay all this thing after committing the accident, they stay. So you are encouraging, like, if we don't have punitive sections, sufficient punitive measures, then we'll be discouraging the law-abiding people and we'll be encouraging the people to fled the scene of the accident. So now increasing from in European countries, Western countries, it is called as vehicular manslaughter. That like this hit-and-run cases they commit. And in some cases, it is very, very harsh punishment. So I feel that it is not for the lorry driver, it is not aimed at one section. It is not that only lorry drivers, they run away. Even car drivers, they also run away. The motorcycle drivers, they also run away. Everyone after committing the accident has the tendency to flee the scene of the accident. So rather it will keep check on them. But I will add one thing, that once the punitive measures or punitive section is made harsher, then it is onus on police to be more objective. Their investigation should be objective, their investigation should be data-driven, their investigation should be evidence-based, and it should be, I'll say that they should not have any sympathy or empathy for the deceased, though he is on the wrong side. So whatever it is like that, fairness has to be there. So otherwise, now 10 years of punishment and some motorcycle rider here killed by a lorry, and we fix the lorry concept. So that is injustice. So we have to ensure, we have to be very objective that whether it is his fault or not. If the rider has died to his own fault, we should not go and fix. So that is, I think that their police has to take some precautionary measures to ensure that no innocent is unnecessarily fixed in hit-and-run cases, or even for that matter, deaths due to rash and negligent driving. Because now the punishment, section 106(1), 2 to 5 years, and 106(2) is 2 to 10 years. So both the provisions now have made harsher. So we need to be more cautious, and to ensure that there is fairness, we have to be very objective, and we should not be driven emotionally. Emotional content should not be there. Because I have also seen so many accidents. When you see the scene of accident, we feel not only that you feel like start crying with the scene of the offense. I have seen that some people, they have come all the way to the lorry drivers from Patiala or Patinda, and they are killed in some Belgaum district on the road or NH4. So we also feel very bad about that thing, that what is happening. And we feel that we should do everything to help them. Like at that point of time, that is the mindset of your police officer. So now here there will be a dilemma. And I think that here police needs to take a clear position that we have to abide with the law instead of going by the emotional factors.
Okay, on that note, thank you so much, sir, for your time. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you.